Oh yeah, I should probably set this to the correct person's page. And yeah, there we go. Well, hello, kicking YouTube to a lovely episode. We'll be on 31. Weren't able to gather last week due to storms and disappearances and the DM getting kidnapped for a while and this, that, and the other thing. However, we're here today. And we're gonna play some D&D. New updated, at least the DMs on the stream icon's been updated. But hey, a little I guess fan made image by our own artificer, the Daniel. Thank you for that. Eventually I want to update my intro, new music, new gifts, new pages, that kind of thing. However, that requires time, money, and skill sets I don't have. So let us pick up where we left off. Let's go through a quick recap. I know our recap master is not here tonight, and that is okay. We have already discussed things, but what do you guys remember from last time?
The Tabaxi is tired.
We did some fighting. We are out of combat currently. We are still stuck in the underground area because a short person who I should not name put one bag in another bag and blew up the surface.
You did the whoops. We found out from one of the cultists that got squanched that there was a hammer behind one of the 4 doors below, and we've opened up 2 of them. One had the ogre and one had this red slime thing. I can't remember if we found out what it was called.
No, it was just a big red slime thing.
Big red slime.
The barbarian didn't hit, but got caught in. The wizard rolled 3 nat 1s and ended up beating it and just plopped down.
To which the barbarian attempted to use vicious mockery and told the wizard to write a strongly worded letter the next time.
Which then another slime
gelatinous
monster
cube-looking thing with like a dragon skull or something, wasn't it?
And then the wizard quickly just turned the vicious mockery back. Just plopped on the ground, covered in red slime. It's like, why don't you send that one? And this was after the cleric and the bard escaped from the undead troll thing, and the wizard single-handedly nuked it with a radiant fireball.
Yeah, we didn't see it, so it didn't happen.
Well, we didn't see you put another bag of holding into another bag of holding, so that didn't happen.
Oh no, you guys know that happened.
Actually,
well, I know that the banging from over there stopped, so that's a good thing.
Also, Perma opened up a door, and then he got slurped by shadows.
Yeah. Oh, and then we also got gifted from the gods, the DM, because it was his birthday. Items, abilities, and some other things, plus a level up.
I am so happy to be immune to fire now.
And then if
just means we can throw you into water now.
Yeah. And then if I'm not mistaken, the cleric did learn that there is a potential way to reopen the magical door through possibly sending in large quantities of magic through it. but has yet to reveal that to others.
Yep. So we got a whole bunch of dead things. We've got a whole bunch of people trapped in cages. There is a Kratos duck is the floating
Or
awakened mind from Spot Spellbook. And yeah, there are two mystery doors still trapped that you guys are aware that are there. At least a couple of you are. And yeah, you guys just took out when the dragon blood ooze combines with the green ooze, it becomes the lovely dragon worm. Was it worm skull? Dragon skull? Worm skull ooze.
oh,
And however, since you guys had been fighting and fighting and fighting, once that thing popped up, you guys just kind of went, "No, go away," and just nuked it. It had all of these cool abilities and actions, and never got a chance to use it. It died.
Yeah, but we didn't like it.
Y'all went, "Fuck that, you guy in particular."
We were tired, okay?
Rick is currently looking for keys to the cages off of the dead cultists, and kind of also like taking the robes off of them, and he's like, "Yeah, these are going to be some good disguises. We got to get this shit."
Vadan's gonna inspect one of the cages. How brittle do they look? Do you want me to roll investigation?
For that, yeah, roll your investigation and then roll your forged knowledge.
Oh, okay. So what? Roll them separately.
Yes.
Okay, gotcha. All right. All right. This one's gonna be
Two different knowledge skills to try to discover the same thing, kind of deal, you know.
All right. So investigation was a 12. If I can, there you go. Investigation was a 12. This is the Forge Mastery. Ugh. I'm gonna burn inspo on that. Oh, that was just fucking worse. Alright, so the other one was that was a 3, the other one was an 8. So with the plus 9, that's 17 on the 17.
Okay. Despite being a dungeon, despite everything looked worn and dirty, these cages are pretty well made. Pretty sturdy. Not easily equipped for like easy picking kind of deal.
Okay. Oh. I have the perfect idea. Actually, I can fit through the bars, right?
I believe since you are small,
I went flying.
yes, you can fit through the bars. You might still have you still might have to squeeze through because you got thrown through it before.
That's
But
fine.
yes, you were probably the only one other than maybe Brandy can fit into there, but you definitely can.
I would like to begin until a key is found. Systematically start using reduce enlarge. And just making people tiny.
So the wizard, who is now just flopped down on the ground, he's just like ready to pass out, sees what the artificer's about to do, and then he just goes, knock, doors open.
Wait, knock does lock doors?
Uh-huh.
Wait, what?
Yes.
Knock works on any lock.
Not
Within
realize that.
range, the object can be a
Oh
door.
yeah,
a
knock.
box,
Sorry, I
a
was thinking of a
chest.
completely different spell. Sorry.
You want to be a magical thief? You carry knock and arcane lock.
Yup.
Fair. Sorry, I was thinking of a different spell for a second now. He's just kind of like, he's gonna get ready to do it, and then doors swing open.
And it's the
My plan was gonna work anyway.
it's that whole tired dad kind of pose, just like, come on, this is just too easy right now. Click.
Spot's like on the ground, just randomly pointing at the jail cells. Unlock, 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 plop.
Meantime, Rick is just kind of standing there, be like, "Okay, they had keys. Don't know why you wasted your
No,
energy doing that."
where Spot's at, he can't see all of the locks, but he can get a few of them. So
Do I need to start dragging Spot by his legs?
You can try.
You know, I'd love to try that.
Immediately
Strength
kick
check.
to the face. Just boot to the head.
I have to do Dex to dodge out. What
I guess give me an unarmed strike to see if you hit him.
you motherfucker! Ha,
Unarmed
fuck
strike
you.
or strength check.
Oh,
I mean, if you're resisting a grapple is one thing. If you're trying to just kick him as he gets near for even coming up with a thought, then I would need an unarmed strike.
Okay,
Yeah,
unarmed
no.
strike is a 14.
Nope.
You kick, but you miss.
I can't think of anything witty. It's too early in the session.
No touchy.
Yes, Dutchy. What do I do?
Since you missed to kick him, then this is going to be an opposing strength check for grapple. Strength or athletics, whichever is higher.
Juice on him.
Strength versus athletics.
Strength versus athletics. I'm also going to cast Reduce
Strength
on him,
or athletics, whichever is higher.
which you're going to need to make a 15 con save.
This fight, you kind of need a move. Thank you.
The children are fighting again.
Hang on, so wait, I need to make strength versus athletics and then also make a con save. Okay. Alright, this one's gonna be. Hang on, I'm trying to find this. Yeah. Alright, this one's gonna be the strength check.
So if you're using athletics, then Griff can also roll athletics to counter. It's not.
Oh, I rolled my
It's
strength.
that's fine.
if the attack. It's whatever the attacker is trying to utilize for grapple. The defender uses the same roll.
I'm gonna roll strength.
Okay,
Okay.
we already got strength check. So what do you get?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, damn it, I just realized I didn't switch the camera, but it's in total is 17.
Okay. But I need a con save of a 15.
I know. I'm working on it. There you go.
What's your con? What's your con save bonus?
So what's the DC?
No, but what's your bonus?
+6.
So you need a 9 or higher.
Wait. Do I still have the item I'm thinking about? Yep. I'm going to use my charge of the clockwork amulet to make it a flat 10.
Which means he rolls a 16. What was it you were trying to do? If you want to reveal it to the party.
I'm trying to pull him along to like over here so we can unlock the other cages.
And in response to starting to drag, I scoop up some no more than 5 pounds of slime sludge, and I cast catapult directly at him.
God damn it! Really?
Dex save, 15.
Dex save. Ugh. That's why I hate catapult. I love and hate catapult. Kind of a love hate. What's the DC?
15. Dex.
That's gonna be a 21.
I just feel like we have a little pop-up spot. We'll remember this.
Yeah, and it looks like since he succeeded, he doesn't take any damage.
Is he tugging the cat along?
Yeah.
Yeah, Cat's being dragged on his ass by the fairy. Fairy has good intentions to try to get the wizard who can cast knock at all the doors and let the prisoners out, but is doing it with the wicked grin, so Spot has zero trust.
Cut that shit out.
Out of response, Rick sees this and he's just like, out of aggravation, he's gonna cast command on.
Oh, you bitch!
Actually,
Yeah.
first he's gonna cast a small minor illusion that's going to then use beguiling magic on our lovely two people who are fighting. So you guys are going to have to be charmed. Either roll a DC Wisdom 15 or be charmed.
I can do that. Ugh. Only have a +1 to wisdom.
That
so
was
it's gonna be a rough one.
wrong. That was a wisdom
That's
check,
going
not
to
a wisdom
depend on
save.
if he says.
Randy goes over and opens the cage door. 25, sleight of hand.
Wow, you guys both
Let me
fucking
check.
save? Alright, whatever.
I've not rolled it yet.
I thought you did.
No, not yet.
Oh, okay.
It's what, a 15 to
Spot
save?
say. Yes, if it's it's my class feature. It's mostly just eventually I'm going to cast command, and
I'm
it
gonna
just
use my
makes it
last
easier
luck
if I-
point to try and to re-roll that. So I've burnt my luck points. Fucker. Alright, a 10. Out of the 2.
Does
So
not
you're
say if he
charmed.
does or not. He might have not taken it.
by this dancing lights, and I then cast command, which auto succeeds on you, because you are
that's
charmed,
handy.
and I say
I mean,
halt, and that would make you basically stop moving. And then
Still
I
got a
say,
very tight grip on the cat's ankle.
and then I say drop.
I drop my all-purpose tool. You didn't specify
Nope,
what
it
to
is
drop.
the target drops whatever it is holding and then ends its turn. You said you were
I
holding a
got
cat.
4 arms.
You said you were holding a cat.
I'm also holding 2 other items.
DM's ruling then.
yes.
He is it's really fucking. He is playing a fair.
Yeah.
He is not immune to being charmed.
Mhm.
But the Fey ancestry is immune to being charmed.
Yeah, I don't know. Different types of fae, I guess. What was the spell that you used, Rick?
Command. I speak one word command to a creature you can see within range. The target must succeed a wisdom saving throw or follow the command on its next turn. Because of beguiling magic. Oh, sorry. Actually, it's my mantle of majesty. Is what it actually does. Is that I with beguiling magic, I can cause the mantle my beguiling magic to charm somebody. I use Mantle of Majesty, which allows me to cast command without expanding a spell slot. And if I cast it on somebody who is charmed, it automatically succeeds on them. They automatically fail the save, and they have to basically listen to the one words that I tell through command.
And based on the fact of drop is you drop whatever you are holding. It doesn't matter if you have 1 arm or 12. If you're holding something, you drop it. And then you stop. You end your turn. You cannot do anything more at this time.
But is it the one thing
You drop your alt. No, it just says you drop whatever you're holding. If you're holding a tabaxi leg in 1 arm, you're holding your multi-tool in another, you're holding whatever else you got, that you drop them all. All of them drop to the floor.
Oh, what? So all of them drop to the. So wait, that's what I was. Is it?
Mhm.
Oh, okay, so they just all. Okay.
Yep.
And then looks like Randy took a swing. Who were you swinging on?
I didn't mean to hit anything. I meant to click I unlocked the door.
Oh, okay.
Reached in between them and hit, and I rolled a 25 for my sleight of hand and unlocked the door.
So yeah, the command goes off and both Spot and Verdan just drop everything and stop moving. Granted, for Spot, he goes back to just sprawled out on the floor.
And then also in response to that, he's still going to be laying on the ground, trying to be as comfortable as possible. Too tired to even do prestidigitation on himself because he's still just yucky. Just says, "Thank you."
You're welcome.
And then to the artificer, next time, just ask.
You were on your ass.
He was tired.
He was on his ass trying to be a smart ass.
No, that's your job. You're doing that a damn fine job of it too. So.
Oh well, I take tips from you.
Well, he is a wizard, so it better be smart.
I think at this point, Keth is just going to take a nap. Wake me up when the argument's over.
It's never going to happen, and you know it.
It's going to be a long nap.
Uh-huh.
Which
Jeff might never wake up again.
Just like you just wakes up, everything's out of the dungeon. Kev will remember this.
No, Kev will be like, I am finally free.
They're arguing. Granny's just going around unlocking all the cages.
I mean, did Rick even find key
these 3 were unlocked, and it was these 2 remaining.
I should have been able to unlock that one, maybe that one, the 3 on the bottom, and maybe.
I mean, I feel like 80% of them should have been able to. Just maybe like these 2 because they were out of sight.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
But yeah, you do end up finding keys. At least on one of the guards.
He tosses it to Brandy and says, "Here, don't waste your tools."
Between
goes and unlocks all the cages while everybody's futzing around.
Between magical knocks and reduce and larges to get people out or whatnot, the key will also come in handy because the key also works on the shackles. So as you go around and unlock all the doors, none of the prisoners seem to move. They're thankful. They're all happy and smiley now. Some of them still look a little dreary, but you can tell that they're shackled to the walls, so they can't move very far.
I go back afterward and start unlocking shackles.
Okay.
Did I
Spot
find
will at
anything
least
As-
notice the
else
one
interesting
next
off
to
of
him
these
and hit
cultists?
knock on the shackle.
Mhm.
So it's like, okay, I've done my job.
So yeah, you spend some time unlocking shackles and whatnot. You realize that out of all the prisoners, everyone's alive except for one of them.
Oh.
But they all start coming out of the cages. Some of them look like they just got here not too long ago. Some of them look like they've been in here for weeks. Some of them look all like, "Hey, let's go," and some of them look like they're like a couple of days away from starvation. There's a whole mixture, but they slowly come out of their cages out in the hallway. Some of them are happier than others to see you. Um, all of them are thankful that they're being let go, but due to race and pride and whatever, some you still get scoffed at by like one or two of them. But they're free and they're all happy about it.
You know, Brandy, she don't care.
Well, now how to figure out how to get out of here. There was that door up above in the other room, and then we've got some other doors down below. But I think because you said that the two trapped down pretty much we haven't investigated, but they're trapped. And did they look like almost like the same kind of situation, like cages or rooms that had like possibly bad things in them?
Door style is similar to the one that you guys found yourself behind. The big metal doors with the big center lock, almost like the submarine lock. The twist one. Two of them, they all had traps laid above and below. So on the floor and ceiling tile of that space. So could potentially be things that could be that it was designed to keep people out, or as you have discovered with the ogre, could be designed to keep something in. And the only way to find out is to roll the dice.
Open the doors.
Open
Rick is
yours.
going to make his way up to that other door up at the top in that second room. Right over. Oh wait, no, somebody already opened that.
Yeah, Froggy opened it, and a shadow guy came out and tried to club him, and I shot him, and Froggy shot him.
Oh, that was when me and the cleric were down at the bottom. Okay, all right then. Never
Yep,
mind.
Froggy had managed to not only disarm the trap, but then decided to swing the door open and immediately got attacked.
Fair enough. Okay. Well, again, did Rick find anything interesting off of the cultists beside keys?
They all have the same like signet ring that you eventually passed off to Andrana, so she could pass herself off as a member.
Oh, we will be picking those up.
They all have the same robe outfit. And semi unceremoniously, they all have the same looking type of dagger. Jagged dagger with a tiny etched skull at the pommel.
I think we need to go check out those two doors at the bottom. There's two doors in the other hallway that you guys are keep talking about.
Badger, with my manifest mind being moved to the one in the middle, do I hear anything on the other side of that door?
You don't hear anything.
Okay.
I realize that the cultists are technically all the way down there, so technically Rick is all the way down there.
I do have a DM question. Because I've used all my 3rd level spell slots, that means I can't use any of my 3rd level spells for free.
Yeah, we don't burn spell slots out of combat, but if you start end of combat without any, you'd have to at least short rest to get at least 1 spell slot back in order to cast anything at that level.
Okay. Wizard raising up a hand. It's like, I elect to at least bare minimum take a short rest before we do anything else. Because I can't even dispel stuff right now.
Sounds like a plan to me. There's only so many places in this place, I guess,
Are
for
you
people to
talking?
come out.
Did you say dispel?
Yeah, but that also
Oh.
implies that I can't do a whole lot of other things.
I mean, that's fair. Actually, ironically, Rick actually picked up dispel on the level up, so
Nice.
Rick is also able to dispel. Though he's not too sure if he wants to go and dispel traps that were possibly there to like keep the thing in. So
Yeah.
he's just going to kind of investigate the doors while everyone might be resting right now.
Yeah. You can tell by the way that the wizard was talking is like he wants to, but he's like, I got no juice left. So if there's something bad, I can't. I'm not effective.
At some point as well, Vidan's just gonna kind of look to that creature and be like, look, I'm sorry, I was just trying to not die earlier.
You hear a voice inside your head from its telepathy.
Oh, God.
You're mean.
Brandy's gonna go look around and see what she can do for food for everybody. Because it sounds like everybody needs a meal.
Currently, Rick is eating a half-eaten bread.
The flump is still trying to follow this terrified kid who doesn't want to go anywhere near him. Even though you are showing that you seem to be friendly around it, it's still like deathly terrified and wants nothing to do with it. And every time he moves, the flump follows and moves, flump follows. And for anyone within, 20 some feet can hear it saying, "Come back, I want to help, come back, I want to help." And it's in its little tiny voice, but the kid doesn't react like that. The kid is freaking out.
What's wrong?
Does he appear human? The kid, or like, what's it kind of race is he?
He's human. Teenage, probably 12, 13.
I'm just gonna kind of look out of him like, look, people from different legs are different regions, and this is a weird place, so maybe just give him a minute.
Kid eventually runs up towards Verdan, who seems like he's trying to communicate with the flump and being all like, "This tentacle thing just appeared and won't leave me alone."
We all kind of just appeared. It says it wants to help you. I've heard of them. They're not bad people.
What do you mean? It says it's just making squeaks and squawks. What are you talking about?
Ah, gonna kind of look down. You can't understand you.
You hear the voice inside your head. I know. He's special.
Wait,
I'm gonna
what?
try and say, because I don't want to say it out loud. I'm gonna try and communicate it back to like telepathically, like special how.
Yeah, special how.
I mean, because we're all a little special.
He
That's why we
can't
play
hear
D&D.
me.
Some more than others.
Okay, right. We established that Keth could hear this thing, regardless.
Advanced telepathy. The flumps can perceive the content of any telepathic communication used within 60 feet of it and can't be surprised by creatures with any form of telepathy.
Yeah. I'm gonna
Okay,
try to
look.
probe the kid's mind.
Ooh.
You feel like you just walked into a wall when you attempt.
Huh.
Interesting.
But due to what he's just wearing like rags. He doesn't have an item or anything that would indicate magic.
I'm kind of Vidani's just kind of getting to give Kef that side look, kind of like the head nod. If there's
We
any
could be a
response.
psionic.
Oh.
Whereas the few of you are like having semi-telepathic communications with the flump, the kid is just like looking at you guys like it's just like all it's doing is like isn't hearing anything.
Hey, kid.
All right, long.
Mirror.
Oh, say you go first.
Oh, he bolts over to Kath just to get away from the flump.
Fair
I'm gonna
enough.
kind of just put a hand like just wait a second. Just hold back just a second.
Yeah, Keth is gonna kind of crouch down to the kid's eye level. Be like, the flump over there is trying to talk to you in your head, but your head's all closed off. What's up with that?
He stares at you for a minute and just two shoulders go up in the I don't know.
See, something cool about me is that I can also look into people's heads, but I can't look into yours. And that doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
Skill issue.
You can read thoughts, but not mine. What?
Yeah. Normally I don't have any problem. We could have this whole conversation without even opening our mouths. We could just do it all in our heads. For some reason, we can't reach out to you in your mind.
I don't know why not.
That's pretty cool, kid.
Have you ever tried to talk to somebody without talking to them?
No. I mean, I pretend things, but nothing ever happens.
No, that's pretty normal. Well, for the meantime, the flump thinks that it can help you. And I don't know what it thinks you need help with, but maybe we need to look into that. It's not trying to hurt you.
How can you tell? It's got so many legs and things.
Because I can listen to its mind. And I can tell things that it can't. tell you.
So you're like a superhero?
Yeah, I'm like a superhero.
He kind of glances at you and then over to the flump and back over at you. Okay. Why is it trying to help me?
I don't know. Maybe it can see that there's something wrong with you that we can't see.
Or maybe for the same reason we're getting everyone out of here. We're just good. Well, some less than others, but
How about you let it try to help you? And I'll be right here, and I'll be listening in on both sides of it. And if anything starts to seem fishy, I'll be right here and I can help.
Okay.
And I'll kind of put a hand out to the kid and stand up a bit.
Now that the kid's calmed down, the flump explains, at least to the two of you, that
I'll translate to the kid.
it's noticed that the kid is naturally immune to telepathy, which is probably why Vecna and his goons yoinked him. And it was kind of summoned off of the fact of the kid's innocent and they're naturally good fake creatures and popped in to try to offer assistance, but the kid's been too damn scared for it to do anything but kind of just hover around and make sure nothing comes after him.
Yeah, so I will definitely relay that to the kid. So that means, since you're immune to telekinesis, that sort of means that you're a bit of a superhero yourself.
So you're saying that the flying squid is like my guardian?
In a way, yeah. Yeah, it just came here to help you.
Well, okay, okay then. I don't know what I need to do.
Well, maybe we don't need to know that right now, but we'll figure it out. Right now, we need to worry about breaking out of this jail. Doesn't that sound fun?
Kinda. Only because I saw what you did to all the bony things and the oozy things. Can we get out of here?
I'm sure we can.
I hope we can.
Keth is gonna shoot a telepathic message to Verdan, like, don't let the kid know that we don't know a way out.
The flump is going to hover back over to the kid and kind of perch itself on the kid's shoulders, using its eye stalks to kind of rotate around and go full 360. And at least for Keth and Verdan, you kind of hear the flump going, "I will protect it."
Dude.
Hey, if this thing wants to protect you, that means you're pretty cool.
Kid kind of squirms a little bit as it adjusts itself, but once it gets situated, he kind of like does the pseudo heroic stance, and I guess I have my own sidekick.
Yeah, you do.
Can you do me a favor?
I didn't
Can you
mean to
ask
roll
me
that,
it? Can you
sorry.
can you can I ask it its name? It'd be weird if I
Yeah.
just called it Squid Thing.
Absolutely. And I'll ask the flump its name.
It responds using its like native tongue, so even in your head, it just kind of sounds like. And after a second,
Let's.
he can call me Terry.
All right. He says you can call it Terry.
Even Vidan's kind of taking it back like a second, like, what?
Terry's a weird name, but you're a weird creature, so I think it's okay. The flump will then tell the two of you that it thanks you for helping them like get close to the kid, because
Mhm.
its sole existence is to be the lawfully good creature it is and to protect the innocent. And despite everyone in this room right now, it is completely locked on the kid. The kid is the innocent. Everyone else can go fuck itself kind of feel to it. But then
Yeah, no, that's fair.
as the kid starts to walk away from you guys, one of the flumps eye stalks eyes Verdan. You're cursed. Why are you cursed?
He's gonna kind of look at it because the way I imagine it is he doesn't want to give up the hammer. He loves the hammer apparently, but he knows why he loves the hammer. That's how I imagine it. If you want to overrule that, then that's fine. I may have been mistaken. That's kind of how we've spent enough time with it glued to your every side. But correct me if I'm wrong.
As the kid walks by it holds out one of its tendrils towards Verdan and boops you on the forehead. And then he wanders off.
That was okay. Am I double cursed now?
Oh yeah, definitely double cursed.
Always.
You're just kind of standing there or flying there, floating there, however you're doing it. And as the kid's walking away, you're just sitting there and bathing in how quiet the room feels.
I don't want to believe it.
Um,
I don't want to believe it.
Kick in YouTube, just watching Daniel's face playing this character of just his confusion was just awesome.
Oh, I don't want to believe it. Yeah, that hurts. I'm not dreaming. Put it plain and simple. Is it just flump magic, or I don't want to get excited?
What do you mean?
You know what I mean. Is this just the flumps are making things quiet for now, or
Are you able to identify things?
Yes.
Maybe you get a
Want me
deep
to look
dive.
at the hammer? It's kind of, there's going to be like a few, obviously he knows it in its head, but kind of a few of those. He's not quite used to the quiet.
What, you take out your wisecracker and attempt to identify it?
At it. Yeah.
Just looking at it, something feels off.
Yeah. I'll identify.
You hold a maul.
Mm-hmm.
It just identifies as maul. Not as wisecracker, but as maul.
Need a test subject. Who wants to
I feel like you
laugh?
as the player need to roll me an intelligence check on that one.
No, I know what you mean. I'm just not sure I want to get my hopes up.
The player is not here, not believing what he's hearing.
Yeah, I don't want to.
He's played for me with me long enough. He knows what kind of deals that I make.
Who wants to be who's a glutton? I'm just gonna kind of call out who's a glutton for pain and wants to be a test subject for something.
That's usually you.
Actually, wait, no, hang on. I know how to do this. Kef, read. He's tapped into it before and gotten bombarded. That's why. Oh, I guess it been the mental link with me has then just been the adjacent. I don't want to believe this because I know you.
All right.
I like making him
I'll
sweat it
link
out a
in.
little bit.
Fine.
You're not quite sure what he's asking because there's nothing for you to connect to.
Huh. There's nothing.
I want to try and throw this hammer as far as way. I'm going to go up another 5 feet and I just want to try and throw this hammer as far away as possible.
Which
I know it's a
direction?
heavy weapon. I know it's a maul. I don't care what I need to roll. I want to throw it. There's west. I don't know if it's actually west, just looking at the top down. I want to go up another 5 feet so I'm not in front of anyone. I want to try and throw it.
Give me a dex just to see how far you throw it.
Just a flat dex.
Yes, sir.
That's going to be that's going to be a very dirty 20 with an 18 to roll. If it
You chuck it, it goes flying across the room, bounces off the back wall, lands after a couple of hits.
There we go.
Now it's over there.
And I don't feel compulsed to go and get it.
No. He just got up and walked out.
He has stepped away from his chair, everybody.
It's over.
And now we add a new
Your maul has lost its your mole has lost its sentience. The flump dropped a remove curse on your happy butt. Because of this, it is now just a normal mole. It no longer talks in your head, and it no longer provides the bonuses as before. You can't cause someone to go prone with it. It is just a mole. Its curse, its sentience was the curse.
It was a very hilarious weapon, but God, it made situations so difficult.
But funny.
I'm gonna
So
happily-
feel free to
I'm gonna retrieve
pull that
it,
out
so
of
I'm
your
going to just
inventory and
handle
replace it with a +1 mole.
with a mole. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna eventually go and retrieve it because I mean, it's still a mole. I'm very happy to have a mole, but very cool weapon, Badger. Well played for the deal with the devil. Fair play. It's the bane of my existence, so therefore I do bow.
Mm.
I'm a wisecracker. No more Cal butting in to do the jokes in the side chat.
And Cal can still do that to you. It's just not going to come from an entity in the game.
Right.
My character's not going to get hurt by it.
What's to
No,
stop
but
the
you will.
barbarian from?
Oh yeah.
I mean, for all we know, Kath being connected to you, and sometimes it might have just learned a whole bunch of cool, weird jokes and will randomly spit one at you for shits and giggles.
Oh god damn. Oh,
Because the wisecracker talked 24/7. You know how you've ever been in a room with someone who's talking and talking and talking and talking, and you just want them for 1 second to shut up? Since you've picked this thing up, that's all it's been. Even in the most quiet moments of the party's existence, you still had a voice in your head talking, mocking, making fun of you, doing all sorts of weird shit inside your head. Thankfully, you haven't fallen under its compulsion, which kind of took some of the fun out of it, because you would always make your con checks.
close a few times. There were a few times it did get a little too close for comfort. Oh.
But yes, as a thank you, because it noticed that you were a cursed boy, it just lightly removed curse and off they went. And for those maybe watching on a Kicking YouTube that have no idea what's going on, this guy is out of his chair and is like dancing jigs around his room out of celebration for the pain and agony that this weapon cursed thing had caused him.
Finally make weapons that I can use.
You should dance an Irish jig.
Because at some point, odd back, he demanded the DM give him an item and rolled a really high D100. And yeah, he got an item. He just didn't get an item he liked.
Yeah, that was it. What was it? I forget. It was. I think
it wasn't even a deal with the devil. You guys had taken out a guard shack, and you decided you wanted to look for a mole. And you kept asking, I'm going to look for a mole, and I'm going to find a mole. And I had you roll a die for it, and you rolled high. I went, fine, you'll get your mole. You had a deal with the devil token anyway, so I was like, I'm going to give him an item. I'm going to make it a cursed item.
I think it was literally just before then, so it was such a, roundabout turnaround, so quick. I don't know, someone casted a charm spell and it failed, and then I dealed it. I regret it. Well, actually, I don't regret it.
No regrets, because it caused content.
It made for laughs. It made for content and laughs.
And while you guys are all been messing around down in the bottom, you suddenly smell yummy things from the other room.
Yeah.
Oh, we're not just talking about Brandy's smell cooking. We're talking, for whatever reason, it smells delightful.
My cooking check was a 20, plus my +8 is a 28.
Damn.
Not just nat 20. Max died the nat 20.
I'm using my chef skill so that after we've eaten, it'll act as a long rest.
Oh, that would have gotten Spot out of bed. Like,
While Brandy
eat.
started cooking, Spot wandered through, went back through the first room that you guys were in, and plopped on a bed. But after like 10 minutes or so, Spot finds himself like almost sleepwalking over to Brandy's cauldron, like, hi.
Brandy has made a giant cauldron of duck stew. She's made enough to feed everybody.
Oh.
Well, don't tell Andrana what's in it.
Hey, her duck is still safe and sound.
That's still not the point, though.
I mean, safe and sound last time you guys checked. But yeah.
Andrana knows that I serve duck. She's had it before.
Adriana doesn't care that you serve duck as long as it's not her duck. This little black one, that's special. But towards the bottom of the map, we had
very impressive.
Rick wandering about to investigate the doors.
Let's see.
The doors are lovely solid steel. There's that glowing rune on the ceiling and the floor that you've seen before. The awakened mind is hovering outside of one of the doors, trying to like listen, but isn't hearing anything. You're not hearing anything. So how would you like to investigate this?
Is there any kind of like marking to the door itself to like indicate? I guess he's like more what Nick is or what Rick is looking for is like something to like indicate like what might have been behind here. Like, did he's kind of assuming that this is Vecna's dwelling, so it's like, did he have something that like noted what was behind the door so that at least Vecna could remember, you know, be like, oh yeah, that's this experiment.
Nothing. Roll me an investigation just to see how much you obtain.
It'll be a 16.
Nothing seems to be written on any of these doors. Nothing seems to kind of give off a hint of what's behind it. But you do notice that through the rune on the floor, the stone has a couple of markings that might appear like you interpret it as something heavy came through here, maybe a cart or something that got dragged along through here. It makes two parallel lines, just a little bit smaller in width, the door itself, that lead right up to the closed door.
He's going to cast Dispel Magic on the runes and get closer to the door. And is there like you said with these doors it's like they're like submarine doors where they've got the handle itself is like a spinning mechanism. Okay, all right.
Yep, because then it pushes steel beams into different parts of the floor, wall, and ceiling so that it stays secure.
And was this the same? Was this the same way for this door all the way at the far end too?
All three of those are the same, yes.
All three of them. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Right. Rick
Takes a couple of
is
tries,
going
but you get both the ceiling and the floor one. You don't really see anything happen when you dispel it. You just see that the glow fades to nothing on both of them, which has so far been the only indicator that tells you that it's deactivated.
Okay. Rick is going to check the door to see if it itself is locked in any way. So he's going to try to turn the handle thing itself to see if it's like locked or in position.
The wheel spins.
Cool. He's going to continue undoing it, but at the same before and right when the door opens, he's going to slip his ring on him. So he's going to unlock he's going to open it and then slip that ring on him, which was going to make him invisible.
Ah. Gotcha. So yeah, you start opening the door, then go, hold on a second, and you slide the ring on your finger, which triggers an invisibility. You are now invisible.
Mhm.
Token settings, condition
And
markers, invisible.
tries to not make any noise other than obviously the door opening, but yeah, he's just going to peer into the room.
Try as you might, the door, as you spin it, is creaking and sliding, metal on metal. Yeah. Not very loud, but still, as you're like, shut up, like trying not to make noise. It's making a little bit, but you kind of can't help that. It's just the mechanism of the door.
Why is it when I'm trying to be very quiet, everything seems so much louder?
The entire time, the floating head is just looking at him / looking at the area that he knows he's probably is as soon as he can't see it, with just a disappointed face of like, you could not wait.
The door, eventually you get to the end of the wheel, it clicks to indicate that it can't go any further that direction. You start pulling it open. The awakened mind kind of, if it's in a form of like a floating head, is giving you that look of disappointment, like, really? Okay, whatever. But yeah, it
because
starts.
he can't see, the floating head can't see me because I'm invisible now, but like, yeah, he sees the door open and he's like, fuck.
Yeah, no, can't see you, but just kind of like the look, like if it has a little expression, it's now giving that like, oh, okay, fine, and you start pulling the heavy door open. It creaks on its hinges, and inside is a small 15 by 15 room, and on the back wall and on either side, up against the wall, are 3 wooden chests.
Mm-hmm.
Our 3 wooden
And Rick
mimics.
promptly closes the door and says, "Nope, no mimic." I don't see a mimic. Do you see a mimic? I don't see a mimic. No, like literally, that's actually Rick.
I'm so
Rick
scared.
does
They're
promptly.
not
He's
even
just
gonna
like,
look
he
to see if
sees
it's
them and he's
weird.
like, and we're gonna close that door.
I'm surprised those
A weird panic sets in. Like, I don't know why. So even the awakened mind sees that the door creaks open, the door creaks closed, and then the wheel starts spinning the other direction.
You just then hear just like fucking Delanoid just mimic.
Vex,
And
Your-
yeah,
your-
he's
your dice tray.
he's
I rolled
going
a
to,
cat. It was a perfect roll.
he's gonna go to the other door and cast Dispel Magic. He'll report the room full of possible mimics to the group, and
Daniel, I do
We'll deal
believe
with
you
it
got
later.
Lucifered.
Yeah, I got Lucifered.
I will say the Awakened Mind
if I
is
fits, I sits.
kind of on
He
autopilot
loves it.
since Spot is trying to sleep. But if as soon as the Awakened Mind can tell that the Bard went to the other door, he's just gonna follow. Just that disappointed follow of like, I know what you're doing. You will be told on.
With Spot out of commission, the Awakened Mind has a much slower response time. Like Rick does something, and instead of it like being attentive and watching, it's just kind of like, "Oh, you went over there. I guess we'll follow." So very slowly, it just kind of floats on over, and there's sentience about the Awakened Mind, but that's not like full sentience because the other half is asleep.
And now, if I remember correctly, the way you worded it on my sheet, I think because it's still invisibility, if I cast a spell, it will break the invisibility.
Correct, but it's essentially a recast.
Yes. Well, Rick is just like, well, I did not encounter anything bad. So he sadly burns that because he will cast a spell on the runes themselves and pop the invisibility, which will end it on himself. So he'll be like, it was a good insurance. Till tomorrow.
So yeah, you'd come back into visual. Awakened Mind takes a step back, a little float back because it was like right up next to you because it couldn't see you. Oh shit, you're here. Take a couple of tries getting the dispels off, but you see the glow fade out of both the door and the ceiling runes, and you're left with the same type of door that you've encountered once already.
Rick looks at the Awakened Mind and be like, yeah, sorry, buddy, and proceeds to open the door. Hoping that he doesn't.
When you grab the wheel and start spinning, you get a sensation through your hands of like static. If you have hair, it's standing on end. Even like body hair and stuff like that, you kind of have that like you're touching something that has a potential current going through it. It doesn't hurt, doesn't deal damage, but it's uncomfortable to turn the wheel.
Yep, scales bristle a little bit from the static, and Rick steps back and goes, all right, well, can't do this alone. So looks at the Awakened Mind and basically says, I guess we go back to the group? Or do I go and investigate those lovely treasure chests over there and find out if any of them are mimics?
You just
I know
get
the
this
Awakened Mind
blank
does not talk.
stare. Yeah, he doesn't talk, but it's just that blank stare of like, you know better. People
do
are
know
trying to get
better.
rest.
I do know better. And Rick bounds off to the room with the chests.
When you had
and
kind
then it
of
gets that
got
face of, go figure.
when you did have touched the wheel of that last room on the left, though, now that the traps have been deset, someone else somewhere up the stairs gets another ping sense of help me. Viv.
She is staring at Andrana and mentally going, okay, so that's not coming from her because there is no danger this time. If anything, I'm the most dangerous thing in the room right now. Except for maybe whatever the fuck that is. She's gonna follow
Do you really
whatever
believe in your own hype?
whatever that like helped me feeling. She's gonna follow wherever it's coming from. Stop dying.
As Rick has decided, yeah, no, I'll wait for others, and starts walking away from that door. Rick, you see Viv coming down the steps towards you, as if coming through that door that you're slowly walking away from.
He stops and tells Viv, he's like, the magic traps are gone, but the door feels a very staticky. You might want to be careful when opening that door, where if you are going to go that direction. Why are you down here, by the way?
Because something keeps asking me for help. And I'm trying to figure out what and where.
You think it's coming from that room?
It's coming from down here. I can't guarantee if it's that room, this room, or what have you.
Well, the other room that I opened up has like 3 chests. We
Vivi's
won't.
gonna stand between the 2 doors. Which one is pulling her, or like pinging more at her?
The one at the end.
She is going to.
Not the chest room, but the one that hasn't been opened yet.
She's gonna gravitate more towards that door then, and
Bardic inspiration. You get a Rick kind of says like best of luck, and in that means you get the Bardic inspiration. So for your
We'll be
next
moving my tokens.
anytime you roll a d20, you get to add 1d8 to the roll if you want to use it.
Did you get a free D8?
Brandy's feeding everybody. And she will holler out, come get food. All of you, now.
Okie dokie.
Does Rick hear Brandy yell that out?
God damn it, the cat keeps biting my monitor.
No, she's a bit just too far away. You hear an echo of something being shouted, but you can't quite make out what it is.
Okay.
I can yell it, holler it over. Or like, you would have heard him say like, "Oh, food."
Relay.
Or like something like that.
Sex. We have a Bustosaurus.
Oh,
Yeah, no
the
worries.
bubby.
I can hear him on the back end. Every now and then pitches. Yeah, it just gets picked up by one of the mics. So
that's why I keep turning my microphone on, and then he squeals and I turn it off. I'm so glad I have a switch right here.
Another reason I go to push talk.
Mm-hmm.
Voice your opinion, but no reason to be screaming.
Viv is going to investigate the door, and or push it open,
Hey.
or both.
both.
Well, the traps have been disarmed. It is still closed, locked, and the wheel had only gotten partially turned. But you can kind of tell that if you spin the wheel, it will allow you to push the door open.
Okay, so she's gonna finish spinning the wheel and then push the door open and step inside.
You grab the wheel and start turning it, and you're feeling these like mild shock static feels going through your hands. So to you, it's probably not gonna feel like much. Like, okay, whatever. Spin the wheel all the way over until you hear it click against the mechanism and allows you to push the door open.
You're fine.
Respond to all of my DMs. You push it. Soon as you get the door's thickness away from its door frame to kind of start peering inside, you're met with this bright light that's moving, it's spinning. And as you push the door open further, you realize that in the center of this room, this seems to be this swirling vortex of storm, lightning. It sounds loud. It's like the spinning vortex. You can feel the wind pushing you back. The whole room feels staticky. Whiffs of lightning smash into the walls around you. You can't see through it. It is just like almost like a barrier sphere of lightning storm. It's cloudy and it's just trickling with lightning. Oh, poor Bucko.
I'm not gonna lie, I trying not to put my child's brain.
You open the door to a swirling vortex of lightning and storm. You can't see through it. Tendrils of lightning are crackling all over the walls, ceiling, floor. You can kind of feel the wind pushing you back a little bit. Like it's like a contained storm.
She's gonna stop at like the edge of the room, and watch it for a second before turning back. And I'm assuming Rick is still like behind her.
Yes.
Is that like some kind of finger wavy storm? Can you make it stop?
He looks at it and does what he tries to do with the runes, and seems like he's going to try to also cast dispel magic on it. Since he's like, well, it looks magical, just like the runes, so I'll try.
You kind of clear the space, stick up the arm, you go for a dispel. Nothing happens.
The force is not strong with me today.
I'm gonna pretend like I know what that means. Okay, so it's not a finger wavy spell.
Clearly,
It's not a finger
at
wavy
least,
spell.
at least it's not disappearing after I waved my fingers at it. No.
Okay.
But you're saying that the voice was coming from here?
Something keeps telling me, help me. And it came from this room.
Rick is going to try to perceive if there's anything in the middle of like this whole thunderstorm thing.
While he's doing that, Viv's gonna walk into the thunderstorm.
Rick's not really phased by it because he's just like, yeah, that's our elf. Yep.
Okay,
Okay.
Spot's been paying attention for a minute now. Can Spot roll an Arcana to see if he can actually decipher what this electronical storm is?
We're doing that.
You may attempt it.
Dirty 20.
Nice.
You're unable to figure out what number of spells would have been cast in order to create this, but it has something to deal with containment. Rick tries to sneak in there, kind of glance and wince and trying to see through it. You kind of get a shadow of something might be at its center, but you can't quite see what it is. And then Viv walks right into it, just right into the storm and vanishes from sight.
Fuck. He should have like literally. That's what Rick says. He's just like, fuck.
Seconds pass. More seconds pass. You don't see her. You don't hear her. To the two of you, it's like she walked in and poofed.
I go back over to the awakened mind and I look at it and be like, go get the others. I'm sorry, but I have to jump in. He's knowing full well that this message is being relayed to Spot, and so he's basically talking to you.
Yeah, yeah.
He's like, I'm sorry.
Yeah, but,
I'm sorry.
But before the awakened mind could enter in on its own, it's like, God damn it. So once you step through, then Spot will relay the message. He's like, we have two who wandered off.
Hey, Rick, how do you enter through? Just trying to walk in, trying to dive in. How are you?
No,
how are you
I
trying to follow?
I run in. I don't dive in, but I do kind of run in a little bit, like.
You see Viv just kind of walk in and disappear. There was no fight, no nothing, despite how intense this storm is. You relay what you need to the awakened mind. You turn, you try to hurry yourself into it, and come crashing into the wall of the barrier. You take 2 points of bludgeoning damage as if you just ran headfirst into a wall. And you realize as you're touching it, you're not getting shocked, even though lightning tendrils are clackering all around you, but you're not able to pass through it. It feels physical to you, like a wall.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. No, he feels I'm feeling the barrier, and in that kind of moment, he's like he remembers, yes, that Viv walked in, and he's like, oh. as my mentors have always said, with magic, you always have to have a calm mind. And so he tries to center himself, and instead of forcing his way through by running, he tries to gently walk through the barrier.
Stops himself, calm, focus. All right, let's try this again. And okay, and your attempts to like calm and walk gently, you're still coming into contact with a wall essentially.
Okay.
Correction, guys. Only one of us has disappeared. Oh, great.
Inside this barrier, inside this storm, it is very loud, it is very windy, it's hard to see, everything is dark. You got lightning crackling in every which direction. Roll me a perception check when you get a chance.
Yes, basically.
That'll be a 15.
Stupid platform.
Somewhere ahead of you,
Fucking work.
there seems to be something shadowy on the ground, sticking up. The more center you try to walk, every step is heavier. The wind is faster. The lightning is crackling. You could no longer hear yourself think. It is so loud in there. What do you do?
I continue walking towards it.
It almost takes a couple of steps, gets closer. You see a large metallic item on the ground. Something thin is sticking off to the side from it. And as you get closer, that voice that you were hearing calls out again, but it's now sounding like it's directly next to you. It is very loud. It is very pungent. It's not just that faint whisper that you were hearing originally. It is like almost yelling at you. Help me.
How do I help you? What do you need?
You hear take the force, and it's said in a way that makes you feel that this is going to hurt potentially. You notice that there is a weapon-like item kind of like half buried in the floor. A handle of some sort is sticking out of it. As you get closer and closer to the dead center, it's becoming a little bit easier to see, but every step forward, the environment around you is just like you're middle of a raging hurricane, tornado, whatever. It's just lightning's crackling everywhere, thunder's booming, the wind's whipping, everything's flying in your face. It's just chaos.
She's gonna reach her hand out towards the handle and try to grab it.
Nice. You get right up to it, and you grab the handle. And as soon as you do, this pulse of lightning just courses through your body. You end up taking 47 points of lightning damage from this thing. In doing so, you've now got a firm grasp on it.
It's a master sword or something.
What do you do?
All right.
Gonna try to He-Man
First of
this
all,
out of-
ow. Second of all, I'm going to try to pick the weapon up.
What's higher, strength or athletics? Do either strength or athletics with advantage. So then just roll it again. Okay, we'll take the first one.
I'll take that dirty 20.
It's a very dirty 20.
The advantage came from because you just got zapped. Ow, the barbarian would have been like, well, then fuck you then, and just try to like He-Man this thing up. But yeah, you lift this large, really heavy, even for you, hammer. And as soon as you do, the environment around you starts to fade. Immediately, it's calm. Lightning still crackling. You don't hear it. You don't seem affected by it. You can hear yourself clearly again. It's like the wind doesn't affect you. And as you lift this thing to about chest level, you realize that there's another hand on the handle, either directly above or directly below yours.
She's going to follow the other arm up to wherever it leads.
As you're focusing on who the fuck is this, the crackling comes to a complete stop. The room around you clears up, and also holding this hammer is a large humanoid, big old beard, long hair, probably braided in spots, standing there with a big ass grin on his face. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Holy shit.
He takes a
God of
few
hammers.
seconds to kind of make sense of everything. You know, he kind of like does the stretches like he's been stuck inside something small for a hot minute. And yeah, thanks you. Vecna had him trapped in a cage, not much smaller than the hammer itself, he says. And he's been waiting for somebody to free him.
Viv.exe is buffering.
What do I see? Has anything changed in the room?
You see in the awakened mind, almost as you're still trying to like maybe get in, you're just trying, still standing out there. Minute or so past, all of a sudden the barrier drops, the lightning phase, the storm subsides, and standing there, you see a fairly burnt barbarian. Looks like she took a massive amount of electrocution damage. But before her stands someone even more muscly, imposing, nearly has lightning for eyeballs, standing there. They're both holding this hammer. Each one has an arm on it or a hand on it, and they're just kind of standing there facing each other while he's thanking her.
Would Rick recognize this other human?
Roll me a history check. Let's see if you recall knowledge.
Yeah, I'll stick with the 14. I have an inspiration, but I want to save that for something low, so I'll stay with the 14.
At first glance, he looks
Roll a 14.
just like a barbarian, like Viv, but just bigger, taller, more imposing. But then after a few seconds, you start realizing what the hammer looks like, the beard, the runes on the armor, just how he's standing, and you start remembering childhood stories, things you might have read, things about, old gods and things like that. And then it kind of clicks. This is the Odin son.
I mean, if you had said he
Um,
was a little rounder, I would have told you maybe it's Perun, but it's definitely Thor.
Yeah.
Somewhere between the Chris Hemsworth Thor and the God of War Thor, because we're looking at two very different opposites there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, even in the God of War Thor, he himself was a little round.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, in the God of War, Thor is more of the Norse mythology.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Closer to
Big
that
and
much so.
burly,
Very
That
much
boy
so.
was thick.
He was.
thick
He
with
was a thick boy.
forces.
So yeah, Rick's gonna take a moment and he's kind of just like a little baffled, but now he's like, why is a god locked up down here? Right, he says that out loud.
The Lich stole something from me. I tried to get it back, and I fell for a trap.
Mm. Was he in? Did he? Good old Loki tricks. Probably took a book out of Loki's page. Loki's book.
I imagine that Rick actually says it that way, which is accurate. You're talking to a god.
Yeah, he kind of stumbles a little bit. He's like, yeah. Also, Rick.exe is buffering a little bit, just a little bit better than Viv right now.
Whatever tricks my brother could utilize, Vecna. More terrifying.
Ew. And that kind of gives Rick a bit of a shudder. He's like, "Oh, okay, yep, not good, not good."
Yeah, he very heavily applies that Vecna is way more powerful than Loki, which is also why he himself also fell.
And then you have the wizard, who he's been making his way to this group to see what he can do. Sees that the barbarian is pretty much safe,
Toasty.
injured but safe, and then goes, "This is internally another god. Wait a sec. Oh, oh fuck. Oh fuck." And another warnings.
Another
oh,
god
great.
from a different pantheon, but another god.
Mhm.
But then it's just like God, Hammer, Loki. Oh my god.
Between the members of your party, you've ran into 5
Hermes.
now.
Hermes,
Well-
Vecna, Thor,
Who's the other two?
Raven Queen. Between the party.
I mean, I
No,
just
just
yeah,
as
with
party
the daughter.
experiences.
I mean, yeah, you have knowledge of Raven Queen, but I'm just saying, as of live on this campaign, you run into 5.
Who are the other
2 of you,
Fizban
unless they've done
and-
story
Oh, yeah,
time, Fizban and
Ozzy.
Ozzy. Ah, that makes sense.
Asmodeus.
Dan's gonna see a toasty Viv and do cure wounds. Because that's a toasty Viv. Just like a pat on the shoulder. I need to roll those.
Thor's still holding the hammer out after answering Rick's question, looks back to the barbarian and, how did you get here? How did you hear me? I haven't run into anybody in a long time that could.
I don't know. All I know is we were mid-combat. I heard somebody say help me and assumed it was our friend because she was further away from us. And combat ended. I heard help me again, and I just followed it.
Wait, are you psychic
Excellent.
like Keth is also?
Not that I know of.
Oh, damn. You seem kind of slightly
His
disappointed.
brows kind of furrow as he just kind of like eyes Viv in the face a little bit, trying to like see beyond flesh and bone. You are incomplete. That is how you hurt me.
I am a child of the Shadowfell. But as far as I know, I was completed.
Not in that sense. Origin, soul, not so much. You yourself, your own worst enemy. There is something you are seeking. A purpose.
You're completed. You're missing an arm.
Are you not?
I mean, I would like to dethrone my mother. Or at least knock her down a few thousand pegs.
Rick is just currently baffled right now hearing all of this. Like, what?
He kind of looks up at everyone slowly come into the room. Does someone have a hammer? Does someone have something blunt with them? Or can find me one? Quick, go find me a hammer.
My own skull.
Artificer. You're right there. Right.
He's
You're like
doing the
right next to us.
Hungariana, squish banana.
What are you trying to lift him?
The mall.
The hammer, the mall.
The literal mall itself. Like,
Hanging on a squash banana.
Yeah, he sees it and no. There's something better here. I can smell it.
I cast
And
enlarge on a
then
hammer to make
no,
it bigger.
no. The
that
wizard,
would have been funny. I won't.
the
but
wizard,
that
as
would've
soon
been
as he
funny.
kind of comprehends
Bad
what's going
hammer.
on, what he says, then remembers, oh wait a second, there's something here. Goes into the room of chess and goes,
Oh.
all right, now I gotta figure out where it is.
Oh, so you go to the room of the chests and just
I'll help him because
crank it open?
Investigate. No, not
No,
not
all right.
open, but investigate. Do the due diligence of like, all right, what traps may or may not be setting foot in right now.
I meant open because Rick had closed the door back up.
Yes, he's got to open up the door.
Okay. You spin it, it opens, you push it open. There are 3 chests as your awakened mind had seen before. One in the back of the room, one on the left side of the room, one on the right side of the room. While you do that, Rick, roll me a perception check.
I'm gonna burn my inspo on that.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll take that 15.
Better.
As the other 2 run out of the room to go look for stuff, you notice that Thor now has underneath, the beard and whatnot, this ear-to-ear grin. And very subtly, you realize that as 2 of them were holding the hammer, he's slowly let go. So Viv is standing there, still, arm extended, holding this hammer. He's only pretending to hold it, but he's let go.
Nice.
Rick is kind of baffled a little bit now too, because he's just like, he really wants to say something in this moment, and I think at this point, he's going to be like, "Hey, Viv, do you wanna put your arm down?"
DM throws an inspo at the brain farting bard and for whoever made the computer stall noise. Take it. It was perfect. I could just picture like Rick happens to look back as everyone leaves the room and realize what's happening as his brain is like, oh my god, am I witnessing this? And then just the do. Yep, that's how we feel.
I had to very quickly decide between that or dial up, and I went for that.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. The Rick's mind's currently like, the fucking tavern stories I'm gonna be fucking telling.
Hell, for all you know, you got, because it's so shocking even for you that there's a couple other pairs of eyes poking out through the jacket like, holy shit, man.
Yeah, Rick kind of just like says a gift to Viv, just be like, "Hey Viv, you might want to put your arm down."
Brandy comes stomping down the hallway with 2 bowls of food in her hand, hollering for Rick and Viv.
I don't think either one of them hears Brandy. Even if physically they can, but no compute. Spot.
It just keeps getting funnier and funnier.
What do you do? You're in the room. You and Verdan walk in. What do you want to do?
Oh, okay. So
When When you
even
open the
though
door, there's
that
just gonna be a hell
Spot's
no.
getting the messages from the awakened mind, I don't even think with a nat 20 religion he's going to fully compute what just happened.
Yeah.
In there. So he's kind of focusing on, okay, he knows that there's a hammer down here somewhere. He's gonna go look for it. Knows Verdan's right behind him, and noticing that his maul was not adequate enough. It's like, all right, I'm gonna start with the
It's
left one. You can either take center and middle, and this just hopefully there's no mimics in here.
I'll
Just to
do you a
investigate.
favor. Whichever one you want to open, I'll open the other two.
Okay.
When Brandy
Goes
And
to the
hopefully
left.
there's no tongue.
Goes to the
When
left
Brandy
one
sees
and does an investigation to make sure that it's not trapped alive.
Sure, why not?
Do anything
Sure, why not?
out of the ordinary.
when Brandy sees that there's another person in here, she puts a bowl in Rick's hand. She puts a bowl in Viv's hand and says, "There's more food up at the pot. Come on up and join us." And turns around and walks away.
I'm just here to try to see if he'll calm down.
Go ahead.
Rick takes the bowl and he's holding it and he's just like
'Cause I think I have
keeps muttering to himself like,
15 minutes before I-
One
Yeah,
hand just
wow,
kinda
she's-
takes the bowl.
she's worthy. Wow, that's interesting.
With the 22 investigation check, you don't notice anything out of the ordinary.
I open up this one.
I'd like
You
to
flip the
roll-
mechanism, it doesn't do anything. You lift it open. Redan's doing the same thing on the other side of the room.
You know what? Yeah, just full lucky dip mode. I had there's usually like a latch hit on the chest. He's gonna kind of grab the latch and then just kind of open it. Full lucky dip mode.
In Spot's chest, you find a neatly folded robe. And in Verdan's chest, you find this kind of glowy looking amulet.
Interesting. I'll kind of actually, oh, it's an amulet, so it's like a just kind of shove it in the pocket. Like, it's not in here. Kind of looks to the chest. Well, we know where it is.
Yeah, I removed the robe to see if there's anything else. Like, this is all I found. Did you even bother to make sure that there wasn't anything wrong with it before you opened it, or did you just flip it open?
I said whichever one you were gonna open, I'd open the other two. I'm feeling good right now. Full lucky dip. Plus, kind of want to smash something
X away.
Mhm.
Like, he's ready if in case something
now.
bad does happen. It's like,
Oh.
all right.
Alright. It's kind of what he's gonna do is he's gonna get behind it, grab it, and then open up.
So you just kind of rip it open like you did the other one?
Yeah, and then kind of when it's open, he's gonna kind of then like look. Is it teeth? The DM is engulfed with radiant light.
It usually happens when he's looking at something.
What? How much health does this mimic have again?
What? Could I get from Verdan
Oh.
a wisdom save?
Okay, I had a feeling it was too good to be true. What's my? It's only a +1. Okay, let's do this. I accidentally rolled it out of the thing. One sec. That's gonna be a 15, and I would. Oh, let me just check Flash of Genius. I want to see if it's just saying. Okay, if it's a fail, I'd like to proc Flash of Genius, so but that's going to be a 16 in total. And Flash of Genius will add 5.
As soon as you released the mechanism to open up this chest, the lid flies open. A pair of eyes fall down in front of you. The bottom half of the chest rolls open into this mighty tongue, but no other actions are taken. You yourself just find yourself taken aback.
There's going to be a glance. We knew this was going to happen.
Wait. It appears as a mimic, but it stopped moving from Spot's perspective.
From Spot's perspective, you realize that the eyes appeared as it fell forward. The bottom half of the chest came away and rolled itself out into this long cloth-like tongue. The teeth jagged and different, pointing at different directions. But something's off about it. There's no life behind the eyes. It almost looks like it was made well crafted out of wood and cardboard like substances and cloth. Whoever crafted this chest had it rigged to spring open and scared the bejesus out of somebody.
So
With-
Spot
with-
Fake mimic.
Spot goes from he's about to do cast a spell, walks up to it, gets a better view of it, and he starts to admire the craftsmanship of it. Kind of looks at Verdan, drops himself you really need to start checking for things. And then investigates what's hidden on the inside of it with the utmost care, out of the respect of whoever crafted this thing, because it is generally impressive.
Spring loaded and everything. The eyes were tucked up underneath the lid of the chest, so when the chest popped open, they kind of fell down, revealing two big old eyes. It's like there's a second part of the chest, second door on the chest that just slides down from the side wall falls down, and the impact of it causes the cloth tongue to roll out, little weighted on the end of it. This thing was designed to look as close to a mimic as possible, but at closer inspection, you realize it is made of wood and metal.
And do I find anything inside of it?
Yes, you do. You find a weapon tucked up underneath all of its fake guts and sliding parts and whatnot. And there seems to be a large hammer of sorts.
Yay.
Well, there it is.
Pulls it out and goes, I think this is what they need. And then takes the hammer all the
Not
way to them.
really. You don't say.
He's just shaking his head at the fairy, just like, yeah. Walks in the room, kind of noticing that there's tension, and just goes, I think y'all were looking for this.
You guys just hear Rick just kind of muttering to himself and be like, she's worthy? She's worthy. Holy fuck.
What do you mean she's worthy? And then looks. Ew.
Yeah, you guys had walking in. Thor's hand on the hammer has kind of dropped away a little bit. Viv is still like staring up at this guy like, holy shit. Rick's the one that was noticing that, yeah, she's the only one holding this hammer. But as soon as you come around the corner and kind of like, hey, look at what we found, Thor's like, aha, you found what he stole from me, and reaches out with his other arm to take it from you. Thank you.
What? Wait, what?
You get the little one.
He takes this thing, and in the other hand, tells you that he had crafted a new weapon from Uru, and one of Vecna's thieves stole it from him, and he's been in pursuit of it since, and it brought him here. And then there was a trap set, and then he mentions how he kind of now understands what a genie feels like, because essentially Thor got sucked down into the hammer, and then out of anger, that vortex of lightning was kind of his doing. But once someone picked up the hammer, it freed him out of his little cursed bag of holding, if you want to put it that way. Realm of holding, yeah, something like that. The hammer that he takes from you is larger, looks like it's meant for two-handed wield. Soon as he touches the handle, you start seeing runes kind of glowing down the side of down the length of the hilt itself. Then he takes a step back so that Viv herself can notice that she's holding the smaller hammer all by herself. It feels like it should be heavy, but it's not.
Viv is gonna kind of blink in shock and lower her arm a little bit before looking between the hammer that she is holding and the large man in front of her in bewilderment. Feels like the best emotion here.
Just to kind of like confirm that, yeah, she can wield the hammer by herself. He reaches out and kind of takes the hammer that you're holding back. So now that he's got one in each arm, one in each hand, and he's still kind of like staring at Viv a little bit. I think I can help you, but I'll need something from you.
What is it that you need from me?
I seek an answer first. What is it that you seek more than anything? What is it that you want out of life?
Vengeance.
See my face when I lean back this far without my lights are how beautiful. He clanks the heads of the hammers together. You see this arc of lightning flash between them. I want you to seek out this vengeance. I want you to take it. I don't want anything to stop you. I don't want anything to hold you back. You have a goal in mind. I want you to obtain it, no matter what.
That sounds easy enough to do.
He clanks the hammers heads together again. Another arc is ours. Want you to swear it to me. As we stand here, barbarian to barbarian, swear to me that you will seek out this vengeance, no matter what it takes.
I swear it, even if it costs me everything.
Then by the words that I speak, and by the Allfather's blessing, I charge you as a paladin of vengeance to dish out my will till you complete your goal. And by doing so, I will be on that battlefield with you, and hands you the larger hammer.
She will take the larger hammer in both hands, look at it, look at him, and give him one of those half-crazed, half-proud smiles that she's given the wizard after a really successful kill. And then bow.
Lightning crackles from the weapon in your hands. You are returned to full health from that. And he stands there almost like a proud father, you know, lightning crackling around the two of you for a split second. And as you bow, he tells you to lift your head up. You are now one of Thor's paladins of vengeance. And you have a brand new two-handed great hammer. You've named your axe. Now you have a bludgeoning weapon.
I have to see how this weapon hits first.
You may have your finger right. Your inventory.
Hammer's name is Karma.
Yeah.
Viv is now a Valkyrie.
Out of character, the hammer's been named. In character, not so much yet. And after this exchange of oaths and whatnot, Thor kind of relaxes a little bit. The crackling has stopped. His eyes kind of return to normal again. Sniffs the air a couple of times. That small female child mentioned food.
Yes, it is actually really. Actually, she actually.
Rick just kind of like
Yes, she actually makes really good food.
hands the bowl that he's been holding that he might have taken like one bite out of, and he's like, "Yeah, I gotta go write some shit down here. Have bye."
He takes the bowl, sniffs it, takes a sip, ends up gulping half of it down, and went, "Oh, Doc, very good. I want more."
Well, follow me.
Yeah. Viv will follow them to where Brandy has been cooking.
Thusly, however fast paced or whatnot, as of the rest of the party, the rest of essentially who's still alive in the dungeon has found themselves in the main room with the staircase, all around the table, eating what Brandy has been serving, and just kind of like as Brandy stopped by and was like, "Oh yeah, here's food," and hands it off and then leaves. In walks, Berdan and Spot and Rick's running in kind of like crazy eyed, like, hold on. And eventually,
Where's my bag?
Viv and this very large, rugged man follows in behind everybody.
Rick is just frantically looking for his bag. He's like, "Where the fuck is it?
Verdan is bewildered
My
as
journal?
fuck.
Where's my journal?"
Brandy makes sure everybody has food.
Thor plops himself at a table, plop as in you can kind of hear the bench kind of crackle to his weight, and Brandy pours him another bowl, gives him another bowl, and he very quickly mounds it down. Oh, it's been a while since I've had good cooking. And for anyone who had eaten, because Brandy max died nat 20 the cooking skill check, rather than having her buff provide everyone as if they had had a short rest, I am going to allow that anyone who partakes in this food gets the benefits of a long rest. So you may go ahead and apply a long rest to your character.
Ah.
Do you have a tenderizer in there? Something else. I cannot find it when I look for it.
No.
I'm gonna, at some point when Verdan just stops staring at Thor, identify the amulet.
Inventory, manage inventory. And
Brandy asked the guy, our new friend, where he's from, and introduced herself as Brandywine Copperbottom.
homebrew wasn't turned on.
This is just a notification. Thor has joined the party.
Well, I was letting you guys do your RP down there, but Brandy at one point in time has introduced herself to every new person in the room so far.
Yeah, these are pretty cool looking people around the room.
She tells him that due to unforeseen circumstances, the staircase over here is broken. Normally, it would magically open, but it seems to be disconnected from where it was. Circumstances. The staircase over here is broken. Normally, it would magically open, but it seems to be disconnected from where it was.
Enderizer. Add to equipment.
And she inquires to everybody in the room politely if they figured out any other way out of here.
Enderizer is now loaded into your character sheet.
She inquires to everybody in the room politely if they figured out any other way out of here.
Well, we have a question for you, actually, now that all the chaos has happened. How the heck did you even show up? Where were you?
Froggy's deity and my deity dropped us off here. They said you guys would need us.
What happened? Start at the beginning, friend.
Deity and my deity.
Why did they have to intervene?
Said you guys would need us. Well, what happened? I was trying to protect everybody, and I was really scared that the man was going to make you guys slaves, like the slaves that were attacking us. I was trying to protect everybody, so I blew him up.
You have weapon mastery as a feat. You have your longbow and your great axe.
You blew him up. How?
I took my one big pouch and my other big pouch and put them inside each other, just like
my
Cat
bad.
told me not to do.
Okay.
Rick kind of looks at the wizard and he's like,
you did what?
What did she do?
The cat told me never to put one bag in the other or it would go boom. So I did so and made it go boom.
Now you have topple.
Okay,
You-
hold on.
you-
Oh,
Similar
no.
to how
And you get
Wisecracker was.
Everyone can see the look of realization
Creature makes
on
a
Spot's face as
Constitution
why the
saving
stairwell passage
DC 8
does not
plus
work
the ability
anymore.
modifier used to make the attack roll and your proficiency bonus.
Oh.
On a failed save, the creature is prone.
Yeah, Rick
So,
kind of.
Now you have the ability to hit people and knock them down. Okay, you're good now.
So, are we trapped here? Well, I mean,
Well, I don't know. I don't think so. We just got to figure out how to get the door to work, right?
well, sure, but the guy, the person who technically powered the door is currently incapacitated.
He's not incapacitated. He's wandering according to Froggy's deity, he is wandering the realms somewhere because I blew him to another dimension.
It's not so much about him, it's the fact of the connecting portal location is no longer in existence.
Yeah.
It might be.
No, it's not. Otherwise, the door would open. As you can see, Spot trying to remember any kind of magical way to maybe forcefully open / recreate the portal on this side. He's just like, oh, is it possible? How does it do it? So his brain is like now in overdrive.
Listen, I tried to save myself and Froggy. I tried to keep us from being puppets. I tried to keep you guys from being puppets. I am not sorry that I put the bag into the other bag.
I mean, you kind of lost all that shit that was in there, though.
It's just shit. I can replace it. Come on.
I'm not going to argue. Each their own.
So Badger, through Spot's thinking, probably having to roll an Arcana check, can Spot figure out what he needs to do?
Roll me Arcana.
19.
You know what you have to do. The question arises on, can you? These portals, these places were built and designed by somebody with a very high level of magical casting. And at your guys' level, there begs the question on, even at your best, would you be able to do the thing?
So he's sitting there, finally figures out that piece. Y'all can see him doing the calculations. And he's redoing the calculations and he's redoing the calculations. He's like, kind of crap. He gathers himself. Don't beat me to it. And then because Thor's still here, composes himself, gets his thoughts together, and then goes, Thor, sir, we could use a little bit more of your assistance. We are stuck on this side of the portal that is at the top of the stairs, and the other side is no longer a thing. I know with enough magic we can essentially reopen the portal. Just neither me nor none of our party can do it at the time. Can you please assist us?
Thor, who had been slurping bowls down, he is just, as much as Branny keeps giving him stew, he's slamming it down. And he finishes the bowl that he's got and throws it on the table. That was a good meal. That was a great meal. I don't remember the last time I've had a meal like this. I feel revitalized. And oh, hey, Kitty. What were you asking?
We are
As
currently
he said the
trapped.
same thing.
We are currently trapped on this side of a portal, and the portal is the only way in and out. Me and my party members do not have enough magic to reopen the portal from this side. Can you please assist us in reopening the portal?
I can try. What gate needs to be forced open with Thor's mighty strength?
Spot points to the stairs going up, and it looks like it's going nowhere. It's like those stairs don't exactly go nowhere; they go to a portal. It's just a portal. Every time we've activated it on this side, refuses to open because the receiving side is no longer available.
If the portal on the other side is gone, destroyed, damaged, you're not going to be able to open this portal at all.
Can you open a new one for us? I could show you where we were. She pulls out a little mappy type thing and says we were right here.
Unless you have someone who can describe to me in perfect, vivid detail exactly where you were in the material plane, I could see if I can muster enough dark magic to summon a Bifrost.
Oh, that can be done easily.
Spot then looks over to the monk and's like, couldn't you just give him a perfect image from memory?
Kath? Nope,
Oh,
mic no
no.
worky.
Iffy.
Why?
Oh, might not work yet or not.
There you
Oh,
go.
there we go.
Oh, hey. There we go. Religion is not Ket's strong suit. Does not recognize this. However, if I did, touching brains with a god probably is not a good idea. Okay, player knowledge, not character knowledge. But yeah, I could. And I do.
This is going to be shocking.
I don't know any better.
You don't recognize who this is. You're watching as a couple of members of your party are like near drooling with like
Yeah.
excitement, but you're just like, hey, listen, man, I don't know who you are or whatever, but I can do the thing. And then you try to connect minds for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
There's a slight hesitation as to the mind connection, but Thor did ask, unless you could have someone tell me, show me the exact spot you were. He realizes that you are trying to mentally show from memory everything that you had witnessed to kind of get a pinpoint spot.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see into his mind. You see surfaces of memory and some deep lore. You pick up that he is on a quest to search for his father. You get images of a great war against very powerful people. Few that you might recognize, few that you might not. That caused whatever side of this war that Thor was fighting for to retreat and slink. But he very quickly you're trying to connect an offer, and there's just like that feeling of like he sees what you're trying to show him and like grabs it without realizing what he's doing. Mentally just kind of goes, oh, this, and like almost like he had just grabbed you by the shirt collar and pulled you right up to him, like, hey, let me see that. You kind of get that mental tug of where he's like, nope, this, okay, so this is where you were, this is what the surrounding area, okay, cool, and then like very just as quickly like drops you, like metaphorically kind of drops you and like sends you back, thank you, and then like shuts you out.
Like, nobody hangs up on me. What the fuck?
For everybody else in the room, Kath kind of went from like, yeah, sure, I can do the thing, and then all of a sudden there's like strain on his face, and then like a sudden like head bob as he's getting like pushed back out of Thor's mind, like, okay, bye. The fuck? What Thor figures out where on the material plane you guys were at, and thinks about it for a few seconds and, well, normally I would have told you to figure it the fuck out yourselves. However, as he scoops up the empty bowl that had the duck stew, this was amazing. I'll do it. And starts waving people like, okay, stand together. I can't make Bifrost this big, but come on, stand together. Come on, huddle up. And takes out his hammer and raises it out in front of him. And you start seeing this like crackling of like lightning mixed with cosmic energy start to form. You see this line of like rainbow and gold start to like circle the floor around you guys. And all right, make sure you're in. Let's do this.
I get everybody as close as possible by group hug.
You kind of see him kind of like trying to summon. He's almost struggling a little bit, like he's far reaching. He starts muttering things, asking from help from I think you heard him say something like Heimdall, trying to, lend him strength and whatnot. But eventually you see the glowing rainbowy lights of energy rise up to the ceiling from the circle. His eyes crackling, hair starting, you can feel the hairs on your back of your neck start to stand up a little bit. All right, here we go. Hold on to your butts. And then everything kind of fades to black.
I feel like that's a song. Fade to black.
Where did I put it? Where did I put it? Where did I put it? Where did I put the map? Ooh, where did I put the map? I know I created it, didn't I? Did I not put it in here? No, because I named it. No. Nope, not that one. Is it here? No. Is it here? No. Is it here? No. It's there. No. Here? No. Where did I put that map? Where did I put that goddamn map? Nope, not that one.
Everything good?
Badger lost a map.
Oh no. Stand by while we experience technical difficulties.
Yeah.
Hey, it can't be a stream if there's no technical difficulties. Am I right?
Absolutely.
I mean,
Yeah, that's a fact.
the only problem is though is there's nothing that we can do. Well, he's figuring it out.
Me. Oh no.
My husband just made a realization on a sad note, everybody. Dick Van Dyke has turned 100 years old, therefore he could no longer play with Legos. They're
Oh no.
1 to 99. Sorry, 4 to 99.
Who
Ugh,
reads
I don't.
those
I don't know
rules?
how the world will go on without.
I'm sorry, but someone of that age, nah, fuck the rules.
Especially if it's Dick Van Dyke.
He does what he wants.
I actually just finished building the R2D2 set for Legos. That was
That C3PO and K2SO I want to get.
the wife asked me about the K2SO, and I'm like,
They've got
nah, I'm
a
skipping.
Boba Fett helmet you can build from Legos.
Yep,
Oh, I've
got him.
seen that.
Got Mando. Got Jango. I have Darth Vader's and Luke Skywalker's. I've thought about maybe buying some of the Stormtroopers. I'm not too sure just yet. But right now I'm trying to get through a bunch of my Gunpla collection. So Legos are kind of a side thing right now.
Do they happen to have the helmet from Ahsoka Tano's Clone Force in Lego?
There is Commander Rex and Cody's helmets. I think they're the only two right now for the clone helmets.
But not the ones with the orange face paint.
No.
Damn.
I'd have to double check if they've even done just basic clone helmets. They're on the website for such like that, but
Two of the Star Wars Lego sets I want to try and track down are they're slightly older but not old. The kind of big Maul and Grievous
See, you said
things.
it's slightly older. All I wanted to say is it's an older code, sir, but it checks out.
So,
I haven't seen that.
let me see if I can find the.
in a while.
There were like a few, but
Oh yeah, back during
75112 is the set name for Grievous. Oh, it's so good looking. I had it and then just it got lost.
Yeah, I have the mini Falcon for the collective series. I actually have a plan to take that, and I built the Lego Star Wars sign that they have available. I'm gonna put those onto a board that like makes it look like they're flying through space and have that hanging on my wall. I just gotta build it.
Oh, okay, this set's actually not as old as I thought it was. 2015.
That is still 11 years old.
Yeah, fair.
Which that would be actually roughly in line during when the height of the Clone Wars series was going. So yeah, I could see why.
I think there was one for there was one for Maul as well. Those are the two I want, Grievous and Maul.
Amazon. Do not sync.
I really name it that. What? Who? We're loading.
Ba-da-bop. Oh God.
So, for faint of memory, this is what you remember the tavern looking like when you got plucked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for the. This is what it looks like.
The bigger question is, what does it look like now?
Yeah. Nothing.
It's gone.
Big hole in the ground.
Hold on, we're not quite there yet. Oh, hi. Hiya.
Looking at that text.
Uh-huh.
Al's not here to experience it.
I know.
Oh. I know, but I want to do it.
Why can't I get it to show? What do I have to do to get it to show? Why is it hiding? Why won't it let me reveal it?
Hopefully my headset will stay.
Oh. Goodbye.
Bib and settings. Edit. So yeah, you guys snap back to a dusty dry area.
Reality.
Wait, what? Wait, what?
What?
I think someone
That's
missed something.
mad. That's mad.
You're gonna get a slap.
She was here. She's the one that said it.
Oh, that's even funnier.
Yeah, I might have been setting up this map when the Inquisition was here visiting before they stole me last week. And as soon as I brought up this image on the screen, I just hear behind me, I could fit all of my fingers into that hole.
Okay, there was some consent. Got it.
That's mad.
I'm like, I'm going to type that in there. I actually named the image that very same phrase.
Oh my!
However, yeah, as you can kind of find your tokens, yeah.
Well. Oh, now this.
Might have to do a little zooming, but yeah, you're there.
Might?
It's gone. It's
Big
just
hole
gone.
Route.
Rick actually is going to
nothing.
kind of just like skirting up to the edge, just going to just like see exactly how far that goes.
It's just gone.
I created a new landmass.
Yeah, you did.
The Bifrost had like gone away. Thor standing there, puffing and puffing. Okay, here you are. Looks around. Not quite exactly what you showed me, but this is where you showed me.
Brandy reaches over and pats him on the arm and says, I created a place for a new lake to go.
I mean, yeah, I guess with enough.
Well, then may you enjoy all the swims and not have to deal with sharks.
Actually, can we do something?
Oh no.
Where's that decanter
Oh.
of water?
It's with
Don't know
Eddie.
why.
I look around for Eddie.
Oh yeah, where's
Where-
Eddie?
That's what I was about to bring up. Is where is the important ones that are supposed to
Oh,
be
yeah.
here? Were they at least out of the radius, or
Radius. The radius was thrown out the window.
Oh no, they were over by the tree.
Yep. Where's the
what
tree?
tree?
What tree?
In your immediate vicinity, you do not see any animals of any kind.
Oh no. Come on, Eddie can survive anything. He can survive.
Brandy starts calling out
a
for
nuke.
Eddie and Midnight, and I can't remember what she named the duck.
I don't think she named the duck.
I-
Crowley? No.
No. Actually,
Did she name the duck?
I think that's what it was,
I can't
actually.
I
remember.
think it was Crowley.
Yeah, it
Jack
was.
the Black Duck.
Oh, there
Jack!
we go.
Oh,
There,
that
thank
was it,
you.
Jack Black Duck.
Jack Black, yeah.
Thor just kind of like looks around idly as Brandy's calling for Eddie, and
Midnight.
you sure they survived this
Mhm.
appearance of this hole?
I think so.
We have a saying: Eddie can survive anything.
Well, I bid you farewell. I must depart and gather my strength. Thank you again for the meal, and hopefully you find your animals.
Thank you. Have a nice trip.
Thank you.
He kind of wanders away from the group and throws his hammer into the air, and well, not really throw, but lifts the hammer into the air, and in a very crackling, bright flash, he's gone.
Damn, I forgot to get his autograph on my yording. Fuck.
Where did all the other people go?
There you are. Are they? Wait.
All the people are there too. I just didn't want to throw all the tokens back down.
Huh. Are they no longer enthralled?
What, the ones we
The people that you
rescued?
rescued were never enthralled.
Oh, yeah. Okay, sorry. I was thinking of the people of the tavern.
Those people are probably floating around on another
Ash.
plane, just non-existing at this moment.
Oh my god.
Uh,
Eddie's on another material plane, isn't he?
Well, guess we get to go on a quest for Eddie.
Oh.
I'm not saying I'm mad at what you did. It's just here's the consequences of putting two bags of holding
Listen.
together.
Listen, kitty.
I said I'm not mad. I'm just saying that this is the consequences for future
I
reference.
had no choice. Now, if you'll excuse me, I start looking around for tracks.
I think the tracks are in the wind.
Go ahead and give me a survival.
Of all of us.
You good there, Perma?
Bless you.
I'm good.
15.
Sorry. I was gonna ask. I was gonna reach in for the. I don't know if it was still in the bag, or someone else had it, but the decanter of water and take a sip of that.
That's on Eddie.
It's on Eddie.
That's what. That's
Who
yeah.
we are currently
Already
looking
brought
for.
that up. Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, no.
Sorry.
With both of your survival checks, you do find what looks to be very neatly lined cart tracks.
I follow the cart tracks.
Let's go.
And we follow the kender.
Follow the half lane.
Hi ho, hi ho. Off the adventure we go. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
About a few hundred yards away, a couple of football fields lengths away, plenty far away from this hole that Jess can fit all of her fingers into. You come upon a clearing with a couple of trees. The cart tracks kind of it a little bit of forward, a little bit of left, a little bit of right, like something was running away really freaking fast. And it takes you around some stones, around some trees, get into a clearing. Like, how the far did he go? But you get a few hundred yards away, and somewhere, little clearing, couple of big rocks with some trees for shade. You come across a cart underneath the trees
With Eddie, Shadow, and Jack.
with a very exhausted Eddie, with Jack and Midnight in the cart.
Yay! I go over and I cuddle them.
We really need to learn. We really need to make a easy detachable cart for that donkey.
Yeah.
We need to make
It's
sure
the
that
second time he's had to run away with a cart on him.
Brandy makes sure that they have enough water, and she gets them, and she makes sure that they've eaten, and she cuddles with them, and she cuddles with Eddie, and she tells him he's a good donkey.
Eddie has that like 1,000-yard stare because not too far. I want to say where the tavern was, being the center of that hole, he was very well within that blast radius. And somehow, some way, whether it be the instance of it or the demolition of things just erupting, whatever the bag into the bag ended up causing, he managed to get away from it. And is now laying under the tree, attached to the cart, just like, the hell. But he gets all the cuddles, he gets all the food and water that you can give him. And overall, he doesn't seem to have any injuries. They just kind of look very excited to see you.
I cast Speak with Animals, and I fill them in on what happened. I apologize over and over again.
Rick gets the decanter of water, pulls it out of the.
Eddie is regaling this terrifying experience. Though for Jack and Midnight, it's not quite so terrifying. Jack was all like, do it again, do it again, do it again. And Midnight's just kind of like, yeah, everything just started to disappear. He ran. I don't know what he's talking about. Like, Midnight doesn't seem to grasp the danger of the situation. But for Eddie, oh my gosh, it was disastrous. He got this like spidey sense that something was about to happen. Everyone disappeared, and then everything just started disappearing in this like a wave of chaos, and he just booked it and kept running until he was too tired and collapsed. And these donkeys aren't known for sprinting like that. It's not, yeah, it's Brandy sense.
Listening to him. Brandy's sitting with him in the grass, scratching his neck. Oh, you did a fine job. Wonderful.
And even though you try to regale him the story of what happened, some of him understands it, some of him not really. You know, all he knows is that you went away and then just suddenly come back after terrifying experience.
I make sure everybody gets enough water. I make sure everybody gets enough food.
The whole
All my
group,
regular friends.
even the rescued people, follow you over to where Eddie was. Eventually, you know, you get Midnight, like all like hyped up, like who are all these other people? But yeah, you guys are all underneath a couple of great big trees.
Spot is kind of reviewing the map, just trying to remember. All right, so we were here. The landscape's different. Okay, make a note of this thing. All right, trying to plot out how to get back on the road to the freaking town that we were heading towards.
Mm-hmm. For future travel, the road that you guys took to get here needs to have a little bit of a detour because there's a gaping hole where the road was.
Yeah, road needs a little bit of maintenance.
Told you. Once we get the water flowing in this area again, it's a future lake.
Okay. What do you guys as a group want to do?
We guide any of the people who want to stay with us. We're going to a town. You're welcome to join us, I guess, if you want to stay with us for a little while.
A couple of them know what town you're talking about. A lot of them don't. You don't know where in the world everyone was plucked from. But there's slight familiarity from the people that you have. You got some folks staring up at the sky trying to figure out where the hell they are, and one person pulls out like a sending stone to try to contact and doesn't get any reply, and there's a little bit of panic amongst them.
You know, having the map out, I kind of like point out where we're going, where we're at. kind of some notable areas to help those that may be confused, and if they're still confused, I'd be saying, are you asking where y'all are from? We are on Torel. We just might not be in a region that y'all might be from.
Most of them mention known cities and provinces in Faerun. You have one person in the group that is familiar with Amberford. And the other one looks at your map and points to an area that you know is completely just desert filled. My house was here, but it doesn't look like it's there anymore.
Nope. And those from Faerun, majority of this group, I believe, is from Faerun, and we're also trying to get home.
Wait, he said that his house was there, but it's nothing but desert now.
He was fucked out of time.
Yeah. Well, he was. How old does this guy look like for the guy who said that?
Late 40s.
How long have you been? Wait, were you around living there before the catastrophe?
He looks at you puzzled. Catastrophe?
Well, I guess that's what this area experienced a few years back. Some big, huge catastrophe.
Hold on. Another question. How long have you been kidnapped?
5 or so years.
Which
then
when did
clues in the wizard. Oh, there was more time manipulation happening going on.
I just looked at your map and you got a section marked out about how it's all desert. And according to what I recognize, my house sat right here as he points to like the middle of the desert. And you guys have traveled around or through, and there's no house.
I mean, there was an oasis there, but like, yeah, no house.
Yeah, and
There's a kind people who, a group of nomads who travel that area now, but that's about it.
This is going to be a shock, but this land, from what we have gathered, has been like this for, what is it, about a generation? I forget the time period, but it was a long period of time.
Yeah, he told us. I can't remember. Yeah.
It was like 60 to 80 years, something like that.
Do we need
Well,
to
that
recall?
doesn't make much sense, but I'm gonna trust you since you got me out of that hole.
I mean, we
Since
wouldn't lie
we've
to you,
shown
buddy.
up here, not a lot has fully made sense.
We are not lying to you, buddy. We're new to this realm ourselves, anyways. Some of us are from Faerun. We were dropped here through some portals and been trying to get back home. So the interesting thing is can you tell us about this place before what we have on this map? Since it seems like you are familiar.
He's like, "Oh yeah, I could tell you all sorts of things about my village, but first you have to answer me a question." As he kind of like looks at you like confused. What is this Faerun thing you're talking about?
It's another continent on the planet of Torel.
On the other side, potentially. Like where on
Continent?
Torel?
What? You kind of realize that he's not very smart, and outside of his village, he's probably has nothing accurate to memory
How big was your
or to
village?
knowledge.
How many people used to live in? How many villagers were in your village?
Oh, about 30 or so of us. Farmers, miners. We chop down trees, make lumber for different things.
Gotcha. Did not travel out much. It sounded like.
Yeah.
He kind of gives you the impression, based on what you have experienced, that there might be a chance that some of the oasis caves that you guys were living in might have been mined out by somebody or people. It might have been him, might have been his village. Who knows? But he talks about the land like it was fresh and fertile, and trees are plenty, and they built things and had all these houses and all this kind of stuff. But you've been through that area, and it's just desert and rock and death.
Yeah, the Oasis people told us about a big, huge catastrophe that
Yeah.
destroyed the land.
Spot points out where the oasis is and mentions the elder by name. I forget her name. Maybe he would, as in if hoping that he would recognize her, and it's like these people might have more answers for you, seeing as they are from your region. If you would like to go this way.
I think he should come with us to the major town. I don't think he should go wandering alone. We had a hard time getting through.
One of them's got to be Scotty. Scotty doesn't know.
You mentioned the oasis, and you start naming elders, and you land on Sherelle, which kind of makes him perk up and kind of go, one of my neighbors had a little girl by the name of Sherelle. I doubt that's an elf that you're talking about, though.
I mean,
If
she'd
I'm
be
if I'm understanding the time difference, probably is the same individual that you remember.
That really doesn't quite make sense, does it?
I
This particular individual has low intelligence.
I don't fully understand it myself, but if you want answers or to find something similar to what your home is, this place will probably be your best bet. If you
Yeah, I'm sure Amberford can answer all of my questions. The place to go if you're in trouble.
Well, we are heading that way.
Yeah, he really should come with us to Amberford. I don't want him. I don't think anybody. I don't think if you're not an experienced adventurer, you should try to walk across that desert on your own.
Well, then I will follow you all the way there. Nice to meet you all. My name is Scott.
My name is Jeff.
Gosh.
I'm Randy.
His name is
That's
Scott,
Froggy.
and he has low intelligence.
Can tell.
No, I'm sorry. That just came out. That was out of character. It just came in my head.
Well, let's at least make our way to a better camping spot where the sun goes down.
We get them going. Everybody who wants to come with us, just kind of get out, get moving.
All right. Well, you guys start packing everything up and get on the road towards Amberford.
Sounds like it. What's the sun at right now?
Can I aid in something?
It's still mid-ish morning, almost noon.
And roughly how far were we before we might have hit Amberford?
Well, it was pretty late at night when you guys got poofed.
To help with walking, I'm going to cast Tensor's floating disc for those who want to take a break and kind of I can't think of the term, like just like
Ride?
rotate for those who
We have
need
a
breaks.
cart.
Oh, guess what they have on Amazon Prime?
Between the disc and the cart, you could probably get a good majority of the people that you rescued not having to walk. Or a little bit more a little bit
Did they
more than half.
did they change the disc in the way that it moves on you now with you? Like if you walk away.
As far as I know, if you walk it, you can have it sit still within a certain distance, but once you get beyond, I think like 10 or 15 feet, it will start dragging behind you. Oh, there it is.
Something like that. Okay. Okay. I wasn't too sure.
Yeah, 20. If you move more than 20 feet away, it will start following you. But still, with 3 feet or so in diameter, you can get a couple of people to sit on it, legs hanging off the edges, kind of deal.
At some point, I'm also gonna shigging Shazam the Steel Defender back in. Because that would have gotten absolutely nuked.
Yep. It's not a calling when you try to repop the Steel Defender, it fabricates a new one and plops out there. All right. Well, the group gets back on the road. We're on the road to Viridian City. No, we're going to Amberford. Yeah.
It's a long way to Passing Say.
On the road again.
Follow the yellow brick road.
There are no
follow the yellow
wars
brick
in
road,
Buckingham.
yaddy.
All right. perfect time to call it for tonight. We'll pick back up on the road, and we'll kind of go from there. Hope you guys had fun. We will call it for here and say bye to Kicking YouTube. And join us again next week, maybe. If we have it. But hopefully next week. Goodbye!
Bye.
We need more gods.